Hey y'all, this is Adam with the Inkstain channel. Wow, missed you guys. Life gets in the way of these videos sometimes, but I'm glad to be back here with you. I'm glad you're here with me. And I don't know if you heard, but recently there's been all kinds of speculation about who is going to stand in for Marco on the upcoming Human to Nature tour. I was hoping that one of the commitments Marco referred to when he was talking about having a few things that he still had to do, I was hoping that that included the virtual shows from the virtual Islanders Arms Tavern. Apparently, it doesn't. They've added a VIP event introducing the bassist who will be standing in on the tour. There's a lot of speculation about who that might be. I don't want to open that can of worms in this video, but what that does is it sort of provides us a little more time because that virtual concert has been delayed now until May. Gives us a little more time to be exploring Marco's contribution to the band. One of the funny things or ironic things that I've found as I've gone through this journey is initially I was looking to highlight Marco, or when I was looking to highlight Marco, I was hoping there was going to be enough stuff that was really going to feature him to provide, a few videos. Now I'm almost at the point where I'm thinking, wow, I need to find a way to get back and find videos that feature Floor or whoever the lead singer is in the given video, because I'm starting to wonder how much of the catalog can they really do on tour without a top quality vocalist and bassist to contribute to the live performances of so much of their body of work. But this one was highly requested, and I'm going to get into it. It is lyrically complex. So we're going to do a dive into the lyrics a little bit, and then we'll dive into performance, and then we'll wrap the whole thing up. And of course, the tune that we're talking about in this video is Ghost River. So looking at the lyrics, this is another one of those pieces that that has a structure that the Tuomas uses fairly regularly. We're looking initially at this setting of the scene in terms of what are we going to experience. And with that, it's a long road down the river deep and wild, every twist and turn a wonder dale. It's a scary ride we'd give anything to take. Let yourself bleed, leave a footprint on every aisle you see. And I think what we're talking about here is kind of the journey of a person from youth or adolescence into adulthood. The idea that it's everything is wonder and everything is also frightening at the same time. And we need to leave our mark as we go along. And we need to let ourselves feel the experience, even though at times in for those of us of a more artistic bent, very often there's a lot of pain in that. So I think that's what he's getting at in Let Yourself Bleed, Leave a Footprint on Every Island You See. And then we're going to get into Marco's part, which is kind of, I think this is in many ways an id-ego thing, or a desire to move forward and a fear thing, where we have, hey you child of rape, the riverbed awaits, snow white, pitch black, your life such strife, heavenward, deep down, I'll show you such sights, believe it, we live as we dream, scream. And then into a piece that we're going to hear a lot. He will go down, he will drown, drown deeper down. The river wild will take your only child. He will go down, he will drown, drown deeper down. The mills grind slow in a riverbed ghost town. And that refrain repeats a lot. And right now, let's jump in and see how those lyrics relate to the music as a whole. And this one, I did something a little bit different. I'm using the Vakken 2013 full concert video here because it was honestly the best audio and video quality I could find to share with you. And I do have it marked. You're going to see a card come up top a little later in the video to link you to this, and it does have a starting point.
Oh, guys, you're too wild. You need to cool down. Here's a cold shower from the Ghost River!
So into it. Tempo's like, what? I'm just hanging. Okay, so I want to go back a little bit here. We've got let me find it. Okay, so there's this interplay that happens between Floor and Marco. I mean, the voices are so different. I mean, hers is just so smooth and his is just so gritty. But they play off each other so beautifully, and we see that here where she's jumping in on a couple of these words here. You know, it's worth going back to look at it again here real quick.
Oh, guys, you're too wild. You need to cool down. Here's a cold shower from the Ghost River!
Okay, so here, as I mentioned earlier, she's setting the scene. All right, so here it comes. Okay, so as you'll see in the lyric again, hey, you child of rape, the riverbed awaits. Now, Floor comes in on Snow White. Marco comes in on Pitch Black, your life such strife. Then Floor's going to come in again on Heavenward. And it's that juxtaposition. The positive things are where she's singing, or what we would look at as positive ideas. The, Snow White, Heavenward. So the things that are elevated are things that she's singing, and the things that are sort of earthbound or below the earth, underground, are things that he's singing. And then we're going to come into this aria that she has, which later will have lyrics with it. That's just this beautiful sort of melodic, this gorgeous aria that she brings in, and I'll point it out when we get there again. Here's that beautiful aria in counterpoint to Marco's repeat of that "He Will Go Down" refrain. So after the refrain repeats, we've got the "If you want me, do you come across?" The lyrics say "Then do you come across," but that then is not. It's either not hit or I don't really hear it in there. Nonetheless, "If you want me, do you come across?" I think that has to do with the future. You have to get through all of the struggles to either get to the darkness or the light on the other side of the sort of the journey of life that we do as we go from immaturity to maturity, or from youth into adulthood. Okay, so we're going to come back again, but when we're looking into the next verse, which comes back to musically to the same line as earlier, what is it you dream of, child of mine? The magic ride, the mermaid cave, and that's a question. Never met a kinder heart than yours. Let it bleed, leave a footprint on every aisle you see. And I think that's how do you reaching your dreams. What are the things you dream about? A kinder heart, never met a kinder heart than yours. Where do you start out in that infancy? Let it bleed, let that heart bleed, feel the pain, I think is what is going on here. Leave that footprint on every aisle you see. So not only you need to feel the pain, but you need to leave your mark as you move forward. And again, we have that the magic ride, the mermaid cove, both also fairly regular images in Tuomas's writing. And again, she's sort of that personification. There's this feminine vibe, this sort of feminine ideal, and I want to call it the divine feminine, but this sort of feminine ideal that sort of exists out there somewhere in Tuomas's writing. And I've talked before about this juxtaposition in mythology about the maiden, the mother, the crone, sort of the three different aspects of woman in mythology. And this is sort of, there's this sort of, maiden into mother, the lady into the matriarch, of a feminine ideal that Tuomas kind of seems to put forth in a lot of his writing. And I think we see that here, when in the personification of this spirit. I mean, it's called Ghost River. So I do look at the idea that the lines that Marco's singing is a personification of a dark spirit, and that Flora's singing is a personification kind of a lighter spirit. But that it's that tug of war between spirit of darkness, spirit of light, that everyone faces as we go through the human journey. But I do sort of see these as sort of spiritual pulls on whoever the object of the song is. So next we're going to get into I Am the Painted Faces, The Toxic Kiss, Sowing of Doubt, Troll Beneath the Bridge. Those are all images of things that one would be afraid of in terms of making a journey, and again, come across. Then we've got Death by 1,000 Cuts, Believe It, We Live as We Dream, Scream. So how do we bring our dreams into life? And I think that's what we're dealing with very much in this context. I've got to refer to that as Flora's Funky Chicken Dance. I don't know why. And here's, again, that elevated aria over the grittiness of Marco's line. Now we're going to get real metal here. Empu in his element. Okay, let's get into this this next set of lyrics. This is a lyrically complex song, so I apologize if you're feeling Songus Interruptus, but we do lyrics here, and that's how we roll. All right, so I am the desert scape, the sand inside your hourglass. I am the fear and abuse, the leopard children, every eye sewn shut. It's a flurry of imagery. It's a flurry of nightmare imagery. And, eyes sewn shut is an image that is often associated psychologically with the inability to deal with reality, the inability to see what's around you, to open your eyes and face things to one's detriment. I mean, it's an extremely painful image, and it's detrimental to the person who relates to that image of eyes being sewn shut. It's really kind of a creepy, horrific thing. But on top of that, it's the nightmare imagery is also sort of a fairly common psychological archetype. And then we've got lyrics on top of the beautiful aria that Flora is going to sing. Um, Beautifully shy as you are, never lose your heart and do come across. And you know, I think that's a juxtaposition of, the horrific image of one not wanting to face things or see things with the eyes sewn shut, to the fact of, shyness. The reticence could be something as simple as being beautiful and shy and quiet and and fearful, and that beautiful aria, which is sort of designed there to strengthen. Um, and we'll get back into that here. And of course, we've got that chorus of children in the back that's sort of prevalent in the Imaginarium CD throughout. And Floor being creepy. No, I gotta put up. Look at the voice control and the support. Oh. And Yuka's showing off there too. And now we'll get it vocally. Oh, the whole package. Okay. I mean, seriously, I mean, what more can you, what more could you ask for? So, I mean, just very lyrically complex, a lot of words there. And yet at the same time, I think that a lot of the power of the song comes from the line or the aria that Floor is singing, which most often throughout the song has no words. And I think what's most powerful about it is the juxtaposition between sort of the airy, you know, emotionally moving in an uplifting way element of that line that Floor is singing, that musical line that Floor is singing, along the sort of the syncopation and the grit and the darkness of what Marco is singing. And so I think this particular song is particularly appropriate in the context of, you know, how the talents of Marco and Floor complement each other, and also showing us in really stark relief what the hell are they going to do. I mean, how is the band going to move forward? I have been doing some investigation. I may do a video. If you want to see a video about some of the speculation about who may be stepping in, and a couple of rumors, again, completely unsubstantiated, but a couple of interesting rumors about who that may be, and my own questions about how that may or may not be possible in terms of what we're seeing, you know, in the YouTube sphere about who may be stepping in for the Human Nature Tour. I mean, how do you find a complete package? It's such a daunting task, and so much of what has made Nightwish what it is, over particularly the past 7, 7 moving into 8 years, has been the interplay vocally of Flora and Marco's tone. How do you take something? I know there are people out there. I know that it won't be exactly the same, and maybe much like the way that Floor has moved Nightwish into another sort of era, maybe a new person in it at the bass and male vocal aspect will do so again. But man, you look at something like this and you're like, how and what, and moving forward. I've got a video coming very shortly to drop, probably this weekend. Y'all requested Endlessness. I'm working on it. But again, I mean, that song is kind of so pivotal to the story of the human nature opus, for lack of a better term. How do we deal with elements that either someone else is going to need to pick up the ball and run with it, or may have to be dropped altogether? It's a daunting task. Thank you so much for being with me. Again, if you like what we do here, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you're notified. Right now we're at about 480 subscribers. I have something really special planned if we get to 500, y'all. So help me out if you want to see something really special. Also, if you want me to live stream, I'm fully capable of live streaming to interact with you better. I know that I have a lot of subscribers and people that I feel very connected to through our interaction and comments, who are in different parts of the world. I will have some options if you want to live stream and want to share some in real time stuff together, to be able to do it on your time clock, so that we can be together in a way that is more interactive. If you want to look at that, please let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to do it. Again, like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of new videos when they drop. Remember, take care of your mind, body, and spirit. All of those things are so important to continue on a journey of health and well-being as we move forward, particularly in this time. And remember, your words have power, so choose them wisely. Take care, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.